Hello everyone and welcome to YeFlow's tutorial. In this video, we'll walk through how to set up a procurement and expense assistant copilot in YeFlow, an in-app assistant that helps users quickly check procurement and expense information directly within the procurement management application. In the procurement management application, procurement data is distributed across multiple PO, and payment lists. Instead of manually searching through each list, the Procurement and Expense Assistant Copilot lets users quickly check request status and related records, simply by asking a question. Now let's create this copilot step by step. Start by navigating to your application settings. Go to AI Agent, Copilot Management, then click Create Copilot. Set the copilot name to Procurement and Expense Assistant and add a short description explaining that this copilot helps users query and understand procurement and expense-related requests using existing system data. Click OK to create the copilot. Next, define the copilot's behavior by configuring its instructions. Instructions determine how the copilot interprets user questions, which data it can use, and what it is allowed, or not allowed, to do. Click the Edit button to start writing and configuring the instructions. In this scenario, the instructions define the copilot as a read-only assistant for the procurement management application. They cover scope and responsibilities, which define what procurement and expense questions the copilot can help with. Data usage rules, which guide how the copilot selects the correct data when users ask about PRs, POs, or payments. Record identification and clarification, which control how missing or ambiguous information is handled. Behavior and response style, ensuring the copilot avoids assumptions and explains results in clear, business-friendly language. These instructions ensure the copilot behaves consistently, safely, and predictably. They also define security and access rules, so the copilot only references records a user is authorized to see, and include fallback lookup logic, allowing the copilot to retry searches using subjects, applicants, or dates when a request number cannot be found. This copilot relies on knowledge sources to understand procurement data structure and business context. Instead of triggering actions, it answers questions by reading and interpreting existing procurement records. Go to AI Agent, Knowledge Sources, then click Create Resource. Set the name to something like Procurement Management, Requester and Approver Guide. Click OK to complete the setup. After creating the knowledge source, click Add Data Source to add the procurement data the copilot should understand. First, select the application and choose Procurement Management. Then select the data source type, such as a data list or document library. Typical data sources include payment records, PO details list, payment terms lists, PO records. If needed, apply filter conditions to limit the data scope. Make sure automatic sync is enabled so the data stays up to date. Next, select the data fields the copilot can access. Choose only the fields needed to answer user questions, such as status, PR number, PO number, or select all if appropriate. Click OK to confirm. Limiting fields helps keep responses accurate and secure. Finally, write a short description for the knowledge source. This description explains what procurement data is included and how the data sources relate to each other, such as how purchase requests connect to purchase orders and payments. It helps the copilot understand relationships between records and ensures answers are based on actual system data. Once the knowledge source is ready, return to Copilot Management and open the Procurement and Expense Assistant. Go to the Knowledge tab and click Add Knowledge. In the Select Resource dialog, add the procurement knowledge source. With this setup, the copilot can answer procurement and expense-related questions by referencing structured knowledge, without performing any workflow or system actions. In this configuration, no tools are added. This copilot focuses entirely on read-only inquiry and explanation. Form submission and workflow actions are intentionally out of scope. All data retrieval and interpretation are handled through the configured knowledge sources. Before rolling the copilot out to users, test it with realistic procurement questions. Ask about PR, PO, and payment status using both exact IDs and incomplete information. Confirm that the copilot retrieves the correct records, explains statuses clearly, and asks follow-up questions when needed. Once you're satisfied with the results, click Publish to finalize the copilot, then move on to deployment. Now, switch to the Channels tab. Under Deployed Applications, click the Add Deploy to Application button. This opens the Deploy Copilot to Application dialog. Select the workspace, then choose the target application, Procurement Management. Decide who can access the copilot. You can enable it for all users or limit access to specified users if needed. Click Deploy to complete the installation. After deployment, the Copilot is available directly inside the procurement management application, helping users quickly check the status of a specific purchase request, view its related purchase orders with consistent data, retrieve the related payment request and its payment link, and open linked payment records directly from the chat for easy real-time navigation. That's it. With clear instructions and a well-prepared knowledge source, you've created an in-app Copilot that helps users understand procurement and expense data without changing any workflows. Thanks for watching.